If you really watched that live, you know this wasn't just a cute birthday moment. It turned into something way deeper and honestly, kind of uncomfortable to watch in real time. So picture this, ENHYPEN's Jay goes live on April 20th. It's his birthday. The vibe is supposed to be chill. Fun, fans celebrating him, the usual soft idol energy. At first, everything was like that. He was smiling, interacting, clearly trying to enjoy the moment. But then, the comments started flooding in. And not just normal comments. People kept spamming 6 and 7. Now, if you're deep in the fandom, you already know what that means. It's not random. It's people referencing the group before and after Heeseung's departure. And instead of letting the moment be about Jay, some fans basically turned his birthday live into a debate about the group's lineup. And you could literally see the shift. Jay tried to brush it off at first. He said he didn't care. He repeated it more than once, like he was trying to convince both the fans and maybe even himself. But then he stopped, and that's when things got real. He looked straight at the camera and basically called it out, not in an aggressive way, but in a way that hits harder because it was honest. He said, "What should I even do in this situation? Some of you clearly don't care about what's actually going on." And that line right there, that wasn't scripted. That wasn't PR. That was frustration. Because from his perspective, this is supposed to be a happy day, his birthday, a moment with fans. And instead, he's dealing with people dragging in something sensitive, something emotional, something that clearly still affects the group. And then he kept going. He talked about how people just keep repeating 6, 7, 6, or 7. Like it's a game. Like it's not tied to real people, real feelings, real relationships. And he said something really important. He's okay. He can handle it. He's used to ignoring it, but then he flipped the focus. He said, "Don't do that to the other members, especially on their birthdays." That's the part that honestly hits the hardest, because this isn't just about him being annoyed. It's about him worrying. He literally said he's scared that another member might feel depressed if this keeps happening. Imagine that. On a day that's supposed to be special for them, they're instead being reminded of loss, change, and constant comparisons. That's not fandom behavior. That's pressure. And you could tell he wasn't just talking for content. He was thinking ahead, thinking about the team, protecting them in real time. He kept emphasizing today was a happy birthday for him. He felt good with his fans. He didn't want people to misunderstand that. But at the same time, he didn't want to stay silent. Because silence in moments like this kind of allows the behavior to continue. And then he said something that felt almost like a quiet warning look at the situation. Pay attention to what's actually going on. In other words, read the room, understand timing, understand context, understand that idols are humans, not just characters in a storyline you can rewrite in the comments. And then, just like that, the live ended, but the story didn't, because not long after, fans realized the broadcast had been deleted. Now that adds another layer. Was it the company? Was it Jay himself? Was it because things got too real? We don't have a confirmed answer, but let's be honest, when a live like that disappears, it usually means something in it wasn't meant to stay public forever. And of course, the internet did what it always does. Clips started circulating, fans started reacting, and this time a lot of them weren't defending the spammers. They were angry. Not at Jay, but at the people who kept pushing the same narrative despite clear signals that the group has moved forward. Because here's the reality, ENHYPEN is continuing as 6. That's the current situation. That's the reality the members are living in every single day, and constantly forcing them to revisit the past doesn't change anything. It just creates unnecessary emotional weight. And Jay, he handled it in a way that was actually very human. He didn't lash out. He didn't shut down the live immediately. He spoke. He explained. He protected his members. And honestly, that says a lot about him. Because not every idol would address it directly like that, especially during something as personal as a birthday live. But at the same time, it also exposes something bigger about fandom culture. There's this line between being emotionally invested and being inconsiderate, and some people crossed it badly. At the end of the day, what happened during that live wasn't just drama. It was a moment that showed how much idols actually see, actually feel, and actually carry, especially when fans forget that timing and respect matter. And if there's one thing to take from this, it's simple. Support shouldn't feel like pressure, and a birthday should never turn into damage control. And honestly, this whole situation leaves you with a question that's bigger than just one live, one comment section, or even one group. What kind of fan do you actually want to be? Because moments like this, they're not just random incidents, they're reflections. They show exactly how fandom culture can either build an artist or slowly drain them. Jay didn't come live to defend a lineup. He didn't come to explain a situation. He came to celebrate his birthday, to laugh, to connect, to feel appreciated. And yet, even in that moment, he had to step into this protective role not for himself, but for his members. That's leadership. That's emotional maturity. And at the same time, it's something he shouldn't have been forced to do in the first place. So if you're watching this right now, take a second and really think about it. Every comment you type, every message you send, it's not just disappearing into the void. These idols see it. They process it. And sometimes, like we saw here, it stays with them more than you think. Supporting your favorite group isn't just about streaming, voting, or defending them in fan wars. It's about respect. It's about timing. It's about knowing when to hype and when to just let them breathe. Because at the end of the day, ENHYPEN is still moving forward. They're still working hard, still showing up, still giving everything to their fans. The least fans can do? Match that energy with the same level of care. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Jay was right to speak up like that? Or do you think idols should just ignore these kinds of comments completely? Drop your thoughts in the comments, but keep it respectful. Let's actually have a real conversation, not just noise. And if you enjoy content that goes deeper than headlines, where we break down what's really happening behind the scenes, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Because trust me, in K-pop, there's always more beneath the surface, and we're just getting started.
Some of you just keep saying like 6 or 7, and ENHYPEN is what, ENHYPEN is what. Like I'm okay. I actually don't care, so I'm okay. ENHYPEN is ENHYPEN, and like I actually don't care, so I'm okay. I always try my best to ignore that, so I'm okay. But don't do that to other members, especially at their birthday. Like I'm okay, but please don't do that to others. Okay? Like I'm really, I really don't like. I really don't want them to feel that in their birthday. Okay? Just um, like is thinking is totally like free. But if you're saying that in someone's birthday, like I'm okay. I'm saying this again. I'm okay, but I feel good. I feel good with all my fans. Today's was such a happy birthday for me, but I'm really like nervous that what if other members would feel like depressed in these situations. Like I'm really scared for that. So hopefully I don't want that happen in the future in other members' birthday, like in this kind of things. Like so, the only thing I want to say is, mm, like see let's see the situation. Uh, let's look around. Okay, let's just look around. Like what is going on. I hopefully hopefully, like, yeah, that's it.